Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today in this video I will show you how to create a simple image gallery application in our Qt QML application where we display some few images, and when we click on specific image, that image will automatically zoom and fit in our entire screen or entire the application. You have seen this kind of functionality on many website or many mobile application. When we click on specific image, that image will automatically zoom and fit in our entire mobile screen. So now let's start to create this application. Now first of all import the Qt Quick Control and also import the Qt Quick Layouts. Now let's declare the required. First of all, let's create change the screen height or width. So now let's set the 800 by 600. So now let's declare the required property integer thumbnail size, means image size. Okay, thumbnail size is set the 150. Also now let's create the one more property is boolean, is image zoomed or not. So is image zoomed. So by default where property is false. Now let's create a one more property is the selected image. So where we display the multiple image, so whenever we click on specific image, that property will store. So create the selected image. We create as a string format. Now let's create the list model where we display our set the list, create a list of our images. Okay, so set the id first of all, image model. Now we also have to add the image element or list element. So we define the source. Okay, so here we have to provide the path of our image. So here I got here 6 links of our images. So just simply copy and paste here. Now just simply copy this link one by one. You can also add your offline images. This is the online image where I found some links from the online, or you can also use this link. Now the image list is our list model is ready for the image source. Now let's create the grid view to display the our image. So now let's create the grid layout or grid view. We also use the grid view for it. Okay, now let's set the id is the gallery. Okay, now set the anchor field as a parent. Okay, cell width, we have to define the cell width. Also set the set as a thumbnail size and cell height. Now we have to create our model, define our model. So model is our image model. Okay, so we have to create the now we have to display the all those images which is stored in our list model. So we use here delegate as a item. So our set width is a thumbnail size and height is also our thumbnail size. Now let's create the image element to display the image. So here we have to display the all those image. Okay, so what is the idea? Set the thumbnail, or we can also set the thumbnail. And what is the our source is the model dot source. Now fill mode is We keep the our feed image in because without losing the aspect ratio. So we use a preserve aspect ratio, aspect fit. Okay. Also we have to set the anchor field property. Set as a parent. Now let's create the our mouse click event. So whenever we click on specific item, so here we use the mouse area. So anchor fill property. So which portion we have to define? So mouse area is a full of the our image. Now let's create the on click event. So whenever we click on specific image, so we set this property as a true, because now we have to zoom that specific image, and when we select any specific image, so we have to also set the model dot source here. Okay, now let's first of all let's run the application, then after we write the zoom in and zoom out code. So you can see the images right now is display here. You can see there that these 6 images, the link is also here for that image. Now let's create the when we click on this specific image, that image will automatically zoom and fit in our application. Okay, now let's write that code for that. We create the one image, a zoom image, indirectly we can say. Here we have set the ID as a zoomed image. Our source is the model dot source or selected image. Okay, so selected is image is our, and visible is as a, if our value is true then visible, otherwise is false. Okay, so now let's create our, have to set the anchor property also. So anchor fill as a center in as a parent. Now also set the fill mode, so which is set here, keep aspect ratio, set the width and height property. So whenever you click on the image, so if image is zoomed, okay, so we set the our parent dot width, otherwise we set the as a thumbnail size. Okay, so same as this for the height also. Otherwise is a thumbnail size. Okay, so now here we have to create the some opacity. So whenever we click on the image, then we have to set the opacity. So if image is zoomed, so we set the 1.0, otherwise it's a 0.0. Okay, so this is our image property. Now we have to define the mouse area also. So here we have to set the anchor fill property. Here we also define. So whenever we click on the outside of the area, so it is automatically zoomed out. Okay, so we set this is zoom as a false. Okay, now here we have to create the one rectangle for it. We also set the anchor fill property. So whenever we click on specific image, that our background color is automatically change. So we set the our as a black. Okay, opposite is set as a, so when we click on the image is zoomed in, then set the as a 0.4 or otherwise 0.0, no opacity. Okay, and set Z property is a 9. Okay, now let's, here we have to set the Z property 10. Okay, now let's run the application. Then after we add some animation for it. First of all, let's see this functionality. Now let's run the application. So first of all, maximize this application. When we click on the that first picture, so you can see the image is automatically zoom and fit in our application. So when we minimize or resize the application, it will automatically behave. Okay, so when we click on this image, it is automatically on. Now we have to add this some animation for the smooth transition. Okay, so first of all, we have to add here the width and height property, because we here change the width and height property here. So now let's set the or set the animation. So we set the behavior on width property. Okay, we set the use the number animation. Okay, number animation. What was the duration? I already create the videos about the number animation and many kind of animation. So you must have to, or you should have to, at least watch that kind of video to understand the basic property of any animation. Okay, now let's say async type. So here we set the async type in out. I think this one is in out. What is the good one? Okay, so we also apply the same property for the height. Okay, and we also set the opposite property. So just simply copy, and for that we do not need to set the async type here. So let's set the duration 200 or 300. Okay, here we have to set the same animation property for the our background. So just simply copy this line from here. Now let's run the application and check it. So first of all, maximize the application. Now you can see the animation, the smooth transition animation. You can see this is a transparent image. Okay, and this is a non-transparent image, and you can see the animation on width and height also. So we change the some duration for the width. So now let's set the width duration. We increase the width duration as 1 second for it. So width slowly up down, your zoom zoom functionality will indirectly we can say your zoom process will slow down for the width property. Okay, so you can see the effect. The width property is slow down to set its maximum property as a parent property. Okay, also you can change the width or value to you can change or slow down the value or for this fast transmission. So I just decrease the value of a duration, then you can see the effect. So you can see the fast forwarded. Then opposite is same as we didn't change the value for the opposite. So opposite will work as for this timing. So this is a simple image gallery application where you can add the number animation or apply the number animation on many property like width and height and opacity. Also you can set there some async type here in count which currently we use. So if you have any questions about how to use the number animation or animation in our Qt QML application, then please drop your comment, and please share this video with your friend, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get in notification of new video, and please like this video, and thanks for watching my video. Thank you.